Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A give, and here comes Williams. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Eagles nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. To the air right away is Hurts. Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
3rd and long for Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Kavonte Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Trying the left side, here goes Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. It's another run here for Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much develops there. We'll get this to about the 43. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll go right and find his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Prescott again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Once again, it's Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Hurts working in the pistol. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Dotson, the man in motion. A second down throw for Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Third down coming up.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, it's Hurts. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third down, here's Hurts. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Now Prescott into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again, Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson.
Complete to Jake Ferguson. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Again, Prescott to the air. Catch made by Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Prescott. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw, Hurts. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. That is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Hurts to the air on first down. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll run the toss to Barkley. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Dotson, the man in motion. 3rd and goal for Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, it's Dak. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll be third down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Cooper DeJean deep to return. And a fair catch is taken and is just inside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Big play coming up, third and goal. Prescott now. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead. So these two teams take the... So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Man in motion is Brown. On first down, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
to the goal line and in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. That his second touchdown tonight. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On the option, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Williams. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. He'll try the right side with Williams. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Hurts. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out, and it results in a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.